Well, welcome back to our verse-by-verse study of the book of Romans. And we've already finished chapter 1 and chapter 2, and today we'll finish chapter 3. And we're going to pick it up right where we left off in verse 25, which is talking all about Jesus, whom God set forth as a propitiation by his blood. And we talked about that word propitiation yesterday, in the principle of substitution through faith to demonstrate his righteousness, because in his forbearance, God had passed over the sins that were previously committed. Now, think about something. This verse says that God passed over the sins. Well, that's a big problem, because if God does not give out justice, then how can he be a good judge? Judges who allow murderers or thieves just to get away with it, we instinctively know that that is not just. If somebody robs you or hurts somebody in your family, and they go before the judge, and the judge says, that's okay, don't worry about it. Is he a good judge? Well, we know that he's not, and we know that that's not right. In fact, if we see that kind of injustice, it makes us angry because that judge was not just. He should have given out justice. So the question is how can God just pass over our sins and still be a good judge? How can God just say, that's okay, because that's not justice? Well, the answer to this question is what we read yesterday. God did give a punishment for what we've done. For the hurtful things we've said, for the things we did in secret, he judged it rightly, and he gave a just punishment for it. But he substituted somebody in our place who accepted all of our punishment. God made sure that justice was done, but he did a switch, and he allowed his own son to take that sentence. Love solved the problem. You see, God was just, but he was also the justifier, which is what Paul says in the next part. To demonstrate at the present time his righteousness, he did what a good judge should do, that he might be just and the justifier of the one who has faith in Jesus. Now, next, Paul asks a rhetorical question. Because of this amazing gift that God's given to us, verse 27, where is boasting then? Well, it's excluded. In other words, we have no reason to feel superior to anybody else, like we earned something. By what law? Of works? No, but by the law of faith. If our salvation is all about what God has done, then what do we have to boast about? How could we possibly feel superior to anybody? We were rescued like a drowning person. We were shown grace. I mean, God poured it on us. Our lives are drenched in it. We are just swimming in grace. Verse 28, therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by going to church every Sunday, being a little bit better than the people we see on the news? No, it doesn't say that. It's by grace apart from the deeds of the law. But don't I need to dot some I's or cross some T's or jump through some hoops? The gospel says no. Man, you're off the hook. It's already been done. The gospel, at its heart, it's not good advice on what you need to do. It's good news about something that's already been done. It's already been done for you. Don't I have to do something? No. Just believe. Just look to Christ. Man, I'm telling you, when you get a hold of this, you will start to come alive. Why? Because I'm free. I'm free to love others. I'm free to serve others. The key to holy living, it's not trying harder, because that's the law, and the law leads to death. And we'll get to that in Romans chapter 7. The key to living a better, more holy life, it's understanding and it's embracing what's been done for you and being grateful. The gospel, it's not good advice. It's not a to-do list. It's good news. Well, let's go on. So it's by grace, apart from the deeds of the law. Verse 29, or is he the God of the Jews only? Is he not also the God of the Gentiles? In other words, if it was only people who had the privilege of having the 10 commandments and God's laws, then only the Jews could have been saved. Is he the God of the Jews only? Is he not also the God of the Gentiles? And Paul answers his own question. Yes, of the Gentiles also, since there is one God who will justify the circumcised by faith and also the uncircumcised through faith. Now, at this point, the Jew has a question. If the law doesn't make me any better, because that's what you said, that we're all the same, and if I'm not justified or if I'm not right with God by having the law, isn't the law pretty useless? Does the gospel, the good news, kind of cancel out all of these laws that God gave us? And Paul answers, certainly not. Like, on the contrary, we establish the law. And this last line actually sets us up for chapter 4, which we'll get into next time. And I'll see you then.